Hello, everyone. My name is Susan Farnham. I'm the Youth Services Manager at the Forest Park Public Library, and I am being joined today by some representatives from Smart Love Family Services. We are really excited to have them with us today to explain to us a little about their program, and particularly the minority family program that they have in place there, and all the wonderful offerings they are giving our communities right now. So thank you so much, both of you, for
You're
joining
welcome.
us
Thank you for having
today.
us.
So they are our special guest today, Dr. Felicia M. Owens. And Denise here are going to be telling us all about the services, but I have a few questions just to get us started. Um, I'm not sure which one of you would like to start, but I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about yourselves and how you got started with Smart Love.
I guess I'll go first. I'll make it quick. So I started Smart Love about maybe 5 or 6 years ago. I was actually in my internship for graduate school. So that's how I learned of Smart Love. So I did my internship and my postdoc there, and then I stayed on as their director of the Minorities Family Program. So that's kind of how my relationship with Smart Love came about, graduate school.
Yeah, and I started after grad school, graduated this past May. And so I began at Smart Love October 2020 as a therapist. And I was also brought along on the team for the Minorities Family Program as a parent group facilitator as well as a program coordinator.
Can you tell us a little bit about the ages that you serve at the center and the kind of services you offer for children and families?
You said for the agency?
What ages you serve?
Oh, yeah. So they service the population there at Smart Love is 3 years old to adult, right? So they start as early as 3 years old, and go all the way up until adult ages at the population. That's the age population there. And then the type of services we offer, individual, parent. We also offer parent guidance, right? That's a big focus of Smart Love Family Services, to offer parent guidance. We also do tutoring as well, right? So we do that as well. We do psychological testing. That's the services that's offered there as well.
And I know you're located in Oak Park, but what other communities do you serve there?
Denise, what is the? Because I'm strictly Oak Park office, but it's the what's the city over there?
The Proviso Township, Oak Park, and then Chicago area. So it's kind of a wide kind of range that we serve. But yeah, within the Proviso Township, Oak Park, and Chicago.
And right now, what would you say are the biggest challenges that you're seeing for your families right now? What support areas have been most in demand right now?
I would say definitely navigating through the pandemic, trying to figure out how to make work-life balance, remote learning, just working even from home, the racial pandemic that we're seeing going on, racial injustices, things like that. Those are pretty big challenges that a lot of our families are struggling with and dealing with, that we see.
Yeah, I would definitely concur with that. And to add on to that just a little bit, those are challenges that's adding on top of what they were already experiencing, right? Just your regular parenting concerns, or just your regular work stresses, or your regular things that you would come to therapy for. Now this pandemic has just added an extra layer onto that. So it's trying to matriculate through that, as well as the stuff that was already there.
Yeah, that's so true right now,
Yeah.
unfortunately. And speaking of that, how has COVID-19 impacted your services and offerings? Can you tell us a little bit about the adaptations you've made there to keep your families and yourselves safe?
Yeah, well, we're all virtual at the moment, right? I think that was the big transition for all of us, is becoming virtual, right? Kind of trying to take care of ourselves and take care of our clients. And we still offer the minority group, we still offer that virtual as well. So that was a big plus too, being able to continue to offer that virtual. And I know, and it presents its challenges, right? Because school is remote, virtual, right? Work is, so offering services virtual while everybody is all virtualed out, right? They're all zoomed out, they're all screen time out. So that presents its challenges. But again, that's something that we are kind of providing, just still able to provide services, but more in a virtual sense.
Absolutely.
One of the things that really intrigued me about this was the extent of the outreach that you're doing, especially to families that are in need.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you want to talk to me so much more about the Minority Family Program, and I can't wait to hear about it. So I will go ahead and shift gears here. We're going to share some slides with everybody. One moment. Here we go. There we are. Okay, everyone, can everyone see?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, I will turn over to you.
Okay. Yeah, so this is our Minority Family Program that is run by Smart Love. Switch to the next slide. Okay. Basically, one of Smart Love's missions, the foundation of Smart Love, is to help children and parents and families to get a better sense of inner well-being, to sustain closer relationships, and to build happier and healthy lives. And so with this philosophy, or this core principle of Smart Love, that has also impacted how the Minority Family Program was established. And that's one of the goals that we have within the program. These are just some of the services that Smart Love offers: the tutoring and learning services, counseling, and parent support. And so if you look to see underneath the counseling, the Minority Family Program is underneath that. But we just want to give kind of a list of things that Smart Love offer. And so again, under counseling, this is where the Minority Family Program was birthed from. So the history of the program, it was first launched in 2015 to address the fact that many of the African American and Latino children and families were contending with challenges that are kind of unique to mainstream challenges that other nationalities face. And so wanted to provide a space for those families to be able to kind of address those challenges in a comfortable, safe environment, to where they can get some of the support that they need in order to tackle those things. And so some of those things, things that we talked about earlier, some things are factors of discrimination, housing issues, inequalities within the healthcare system. Those type of things really do impact the family system. And so we just wanted to provide an area and a space that they could come and discuss those things, and to help them along the way to get that and get the help that they need emotionally while they're dealing with these issues.
Yeah. And just to piggyback, just to add a little bit more to that, one of the big things too, we wanted to make sure it was a support group, right? Where they can come and then kind of get the support of every parent, right? So where it's not just a group where we're kind of teaching it's just not like lecture style. Excuse me. Where it's not like lecture style, they're actually getting the support. Excuse me. They're actually getting the support from one another, right? So they're connecting to people within their communities, to other families within their communities, right? That they may be experiencing the same thing, so they can kind of still build relationships outside of our meeting on Saturdays, right? Outside of our meeting time, they can have these close-knit relationships outside of the support group.
We'll go even beyond.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Absolutely.
Okay, so the program is free of charge. It's an open rolling enrollment. Therefore, we do meet for 10 weeks, but if different families can't make it, that's okay. It's not one of those situations where if you miss a meeting, then you can't come back. It's a pretty much open door, come as you are kind of situation. And so we meet, we do have a curriculum that is 10 weeks, but we do meet all year long. They are welcome to join, like I said, any session that they can. We recognize that families are busy, especially considering, like we just talked about, how everything is Zoom now, remote learning. So just come in, you know, if you can't make every single group, that is okay. Still come when you can, so you can get the support and help that you need.
Yeah. It lessens the pressure, right? When they don't feel like it's another work meeting or another thing that they have to do, right? When they feel less pressure, they know, hey, I can come and vent, I can come and gain support. And it takes off the pressure by allowing them to just come as you are whenever you can.
And so now we offer 3 groups. We have a parent group for African American families. We have a parent group for Latino families, and that's actually called Mi Familia. And then we have a youth group that incorporates both the Latino and African American family youth in that group. The residents, we serve those residents within the Proviso Township and Oak Park and also Chicago. And those parents that are within the Proviso and Oak Park, they can also receive parent coaching and individual youth therapy sessions. One thing too that has changed during the COVID pandemic is that the groups, obviously, they meet virtually. And so Dr. Owens always talks about how when they were in person, they were always given lunch and celebrated every single
yes.
So that is one drawback that we don't have now, is being able to like come together like kind of family style and have celebrations eating. But we try to see if we can eat together if we can. That's something.
Yeah, still bring your lunch. Yeah. So we're excited to get back to that, because it was very nice to kind of break bread together, and it gave us a sense of community, right? A sense of community, and we would celebrate everything: anniversaries, birthdays. My kid got an A on this test that was stressing him out. We celebrated everything together. So we're looking forward to getting back to do that.
I think we all are.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
And so here's our team. Dr. Owens is definitely one of the founding members of this group, and she's also a facilitator. The rest of us are also facilitators as well. Catherine is the youth group facilitator. Jessica is also within the parent group. She is within the African American parent group, and Sylvia is the facilitator for the Latino parent group. And this slide is just for more information. If you want to enroll, here are the websites for the Minority Family Program, as well as Smart Love services. Once you go onto the Minority Family Program website, you can fill out an inquiry form. And within the inquiry form, all we ask is for your name, email, phone number, and you get to select which group you would like to participate in and get more information about anything like that. If you want to connect with the group facilitators directly, all of our contact information is down there, as well as which groups that we are part of.
Yes.
Thank you so much. And we're going to make sure and include that link to Smart Love Family in our comments on our Facebook group as well. And we're going to be cross-posting this on our FPPL TV area of our website. So this will be available for a long time. So if anyone has questions, that will be right there for you.
Awesome.
Sure thing.
Thank you so much, Denise Townsend, and again, Dr. Felicia M. Owens, for sharing their time and experience today and educating all of us about everything that Smart Love is offering. Thank you so much for the work you're doing in the community. We really appreciate it, and I really hope some families out there get this message and take advantage of this.
Yes.
Thank you so much for having us. Yes, absolutely. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Yes.
Thank you. Have a great day and stay safe out there.
Okay, you too.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.